again, I'm going to quickly jump into the subject matter, which is how to find similar companies, similar to your existing client list using AI, right? Uh, there's a lot that needs to be unpacked. So just bear with me, and we are going to cover a lot of steps here and a lot of topics within this particular presentation. If you have any questions, just make sure that you write down in the comment section and we'll try to answer as much as possible. Okay. So in this webinar, we are going to explore how to leverage AI to find companies similar to your CRM account list, or your, if you're using CRM account list, if you're using spreadsheet or anything, it doesn't really matter. If you have a list of companies or prospects which matches your target audience, then using that you can find more companies, which are similar to those. This is a very important B2B growth hack. Okay, it makes sense, right? That you're selling it to somebody, then a company similar to that particular company may also need your service. It's a no-brainer in many ways, but this is one of the most overlooked B2B growth strategy that I have personally found. So companies put a lot of emphasis in finding new leads, but they simply forget their own, CRM database. So today we're going to talk about how you can leverage your own database to find new customers fast. Okay. All right. So let's move on. So let me talk about why similar companies. And a long time back, I read a book written by Richard Branson. I forgot the name of the book though. But Richard Branson is like a massive funnel guru. He's a very popular figure. And in that particular book, he gave an example which kind of stuck with me. And let's call this example the Broadway example. Okay, I'm pretty sure some of you, if not all of you, might be aware of Broadway, which generally happens in New York and other suburbs in US. So these are these grand style live performances that happens, in these theaters, packed with people, and these are very famous. If you if you travel to US, then this is one of the go-to places to go in New York and other cities, right? So this example is a very important example, and this directly comes from one of the books of Richard Branson. So imagine yourself as somebody who creates, these Broadway shows, right? This power-packed performances that you create, and it takes months and a lot of effort and a lot of resources, a lot of money, a lot of people to come together to make this particular show. And after months of preparation and practice, you finally go to one theater and you perform and you get a wonderful round of applause and everybody's happy and it's a house full, so you make a little bit of money and you're so happy, right? Good. So it's a success, and you're packing your bags at the end of the evening, and again you'll be preparing for next week or next day to perform in another Broadway theater. And in the next week, you decide to completely change your script, everything, people, you just change everything, right? And you start from the beginning. You start preparation, you start rehearsals, you put in a new script, and then you prepare again for next 7 days and then perform on another theater, and then you continue doing that. Eventually you're going to exhaust, right? Because for every theater, if you're going to come up with a new script and a new drama and a new storyline and new screenplay and new performances, it's going to wear you down. And unfortunately, many companies, they do the exact same thing, So they go to, they have a product to service, they go to one audience, they serve the audience, the customer is happy, and then they take the same product and then start looking for another company altogether from the scratch, okay, which is not very efficient. Now imagine another scenario in which you have the Broadway show and you are the producer of the Broadway show. You perform in one theater, and then the next day you perform in another theater with the exact same show. This time also house full. So of course you cannot perform in the same theater with the same show every single day. Obviously people are not going to turn up. But you can always move to new theaters and new cities and new countries. Because every time you go to a new theater or a new city or a new country, people are not aware of that, right? So they need that particular show. They are going to enjoy it because they've not seen it before. And in that way, you are going to make that show that you're going to perform with that show in multiple places, and everywhere you can make money out of it, right? So that's a more effective strategy, and a lot of companies, especially in B2B, they don't leverage this. So if you are already leveraging your existing customer, if you are already serving your existing customers, they are happy, then the next best customers are going to be customers who are similar to the ones that you are already serving, right? It's a no-brainer. But easier said than done. I have seen a lot of companies, struggle with this thing. So this is an example as to why you need similar companies. Okay. So key benefits of similar companies. So if you can find similar companies existing to your CRM database, you can find high-fit leads faster, right? You can expand the TAM, target addressable market, and the pipeline quickly, and you can fuel the EBM campaign, right? Account-based campaign. So if you have one account and you find a similar account who may need your similar product and services, then basically you can,